My name is Jeremy. I am 17 and I'm a little. My mom just found this program and they paired me with Mike.
One of my best friends was a teacher and he would talk about the Big Brothers program. Thinking back about that first time, you know, you're pretty nervous. Is he gonna like me? What's he gonna be like? Am I gonna get this terrible kid that's gonna like act up? And
I was feeling nervous at first, but after a little bit, I got more into it.
I could tell he was a good kid. You know, just kind of grew up in a tough situation and didn't have that father figure.
Jeremy, he was a young man who was really struggling to process and accept and deal with his life, being passed from home to home.
Bouncing around was clearly, you know, an awful time, and it wasn't healthy at all for him.
Stayed at this friend's house and then moved to this friend's house and this grandmother's house, and it was just constant change.
So I just had to try to be there for him and made sure that he still knew someone was there for him.
In my opinion, I think all kids should have a big brother or big sister, just because them being there helped me through a lot in my life. Started talking to Mike about the church and how I wanted to keep going, but my aunt works, so he buys me a bicycle.
So you go mow that yard, this bike's yours. So I trusted him. I bought him the bike in advance so he could ride this bike.
I rode 1.3 miles pretty much every Sunday and Wednesday, and anything youth related, I rode my bicycle. Even the simplest of things can have a great effect on kids. Mike got me into the Colts. I didn't really like sports that much. He was talking to me about football and asked if I liked the Colts. I was like, sure. I didn't know who they were. He didn't know that. And then we started going to games. Ever since he introduced me to the Colts, they've been my favorite team.
When we went down to an Indianapolis Colts game, we were spending some time at Circle Center Mall. He's kind of like following me behind, and I started going up the escalator and I looked around, I was like, where's Jeremy at? He had never been on an escalator before.
I was terrified. I thought it was gonna fall or break, or I don't know what was gonna happen.
And he just had this look in his eyes, like, oh my goodness, what's this? It was kind of funny. Well, it wasn't so funny at the time because I'm like, oh man, I'm this bad guy. Like, he's down there scared and I'm kind of like laughing going up the escalator.
He got me onto the escalator and I kind of didn't want to get off.
Got to share that life experience of going up an escalator, so.
It was my mom's friend, Vicky, that called me on my phone while I was in Georgia with a friend, saying that my mom is in the hospital again. She doesn't look like she'll come out of this one. So we drove all the way back, 11 hours, for me and my sister to decide to pull the plug or not.
Yeah, that was a rough time. I had 2 voicemails from him. The first one was that his mom was sick and was in the hospital. The second one was that his mom had passed away.
She died of an enlarged heart.
I just felt awful because I knew his mom and his sister were the only one there for him. He had no idea what the future was going to hold for him without, you know, his mom.
Just didn't want to live anymore.
You could tell it was very rough on him.
Before school starts up, I tried to take my life just because I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't think there was anything to live for or anyone to live for.
I think I was strong for him, just being there for him.
And then Mike just called me up and asked if I wanted to hang out. So we did that. Ever since him and I hung out, I haven't tried to contemplate it or anything. Mike was encouraging. He was my rock. So Mike is one of the main reasons I am here to this day.
What's his future like? It's going to be a future that's going to be a lot brighter than had Mike never been in the picture.
I'm en route to graduate.
This semester, he made the honor roll.
And I want to go to Grace College for a psychology degree.
A counseling type degree. Where are you helping other kids?
I think Mike was so important was because he was there through pretty much everything, and the impact that he has had in my life, he literally saved my life.